Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Lola Tokunbo Lagbaye. The brief topic I put out there is for the spouse that are on a visit visa into the United Kingdom. Lola Tokunbo Lagbaye. My telephone number in the office is 0208 309 8808. 0208 309 8808. The whole idea for this topic is to talk about a partner and the spouse that are in the UK on a visit visa. Many people have been asking questions and asking me what can I do. Go back to my video on Facebook, also here on YouTube. If you go back on the video that I did yesterday on Facebook, I think it had already attracted almost 19,000 viewers. So it basically means that it goes around faster. And that is why I want to come back and reiterate again live on YouTube here. If you are a spouse and you are on a visit visa into the UK and you have been in the United Kingdom for the past 6 months, you are going to lose your visit visa status if you fail to change your status now and change it to a spouse. The UK government allows you to go on longer roads in this period that you have been given that opportunity. You are allowed to change your visa, your visit visa, to a longer route visa. Partner, parent, spouse, you are allowed to do that. So if you are just listening to this video for the first time, I think you will need to visit other part of my videos that will allow you to understand how the system works in the UK. Now, the visit visa that you are given to, it will only last you for a temporary period. Now, because of the situation out there now, it is obvious that you might not be able to get out because the wave of the coronavirus, it appears that it's just moving slowly into African continent, which basically means that some African countries are tightening their borders at the moment. For example, the information reveals that Nigerian government has closed its borders for now for international aircraft coming in or going out. So basically, if you are a Nigerian on a visit visa and you have a partner that has British passport, permanent residence, an opportunity for you to rectify that error now is by putting in an application to the UK border on a longer route. So you will vary your status, and you have to do that before the end of 31st of August. If you don't do that by the end of 31st of August, it means that you are more likely to become an overstayer in the UK. If you have any query on this video, on this particular video that is not clear to you, contact me in my office on 0208 309 8808. We have managed to change some of the visit visa route into a longer one. We have changed them. Some of the visit visa route, we have changed them to a longer one for some people that are clever and quick to adapt to the situation in the country. So we've changed it because they have children that has British passport, they have partner that has British passport. So it's not a problem, but it's a matter of you having a correct information and up-to-date information as we speak. So this is the situation. If you're in the UK and your leave expire between 24th of January 2020 and 31st of January 2020, that is what you need to do. 31st of January 2020, you will need to automatically, yes, 7 years is still on Badmus. 7 years is still on. I am doing it as soon as I finish now. I'm going to start somebody's case now on 7 years road. Yesterday I did almost 3 or 4 on 7 years road. I do it every day. And if you look at the card here now, you will know that. Can I do for my father too? He's here on a visit visa and I have a good residence permit, not indefinite leave. This is 7 years road, yeah. This is also 7 years road. You can see that I've just opened it, so I'm not. This is it. It's a 7 years route application, yeah. 7 years. It's just coming now, you know. I do it every day. I do 7 years road. Yeah. I do the 7 years route every day. Look, as the mom. So you won't say it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. If you look at it, it's not the same. It's the child and the mother. Even though they look, both of them look almost the same size. But this is 7 years route all the time. 7 years route. I'm more or less a specialist on the 7 years application. I'm more or less a specialist on sole parental responsibility. I'm more or less a specialist on overstayers. More or less a specialist on partner family route. So it's not a problem. You can see. So they are not the same. You can easily see that they are two different distinctive documents. So it's not the same at all. It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same. So yes, to that question you have asked me, I will say yes. It's still going on and it's not a problem at all. From time to time, the application is there and it's effective, it's finest. But on the issue that you just asked me on your father's one, I'm worried because they make it so difficult for adult child to apply for a parent if you are holding British passport. But then because on a longer route, because of the situation on ground, your father intends to go back, but because of coronavirus, he cannot go back. An application that's supposed to be made outside can be done inside. So yes, in a way, you can make application for your dad because that application, you will have done it outside, if not because of coronavirus. So I'm going to answer in an affirmative way. Your answer to that question is yes. You can apply for your dad while he's still within his visa in the UK. While he's still within his visa period in the UK. Because once the visa runs out here, it's going to be very difficult to apply for him. So you need to understand that. So while your dad is still within the visa period, yes, you can actually apply for your dad. You can apply for your dad, you can apply for your mom, because that's what the system says at the moment. If you decide to stay in the UK, then you have to apply before the end of 31st of August. If you intend to stay in the UK, then you have to apply for the necessary leave to remain in the UK. The necessary leave to remain in the UK has to be one of the leave that you will have made had you been able to put the application in from entry clearance from outside. Please, ma, can complete. I don't know why I can't. Okay. Please, ma, can one complete the 18,600 earnings with savings in the bank when applying to bring someone to the UK? Now, if you're not working and you have a savings account and you want to bring your spouse into the UK, you are talking of £63,000. That is the calculation. £63,000. How they manage to arrive to that conclusion on my head, I won't have time to calculate it, but I know how they come to that conclusion. So you need £63,000 savings account to do that. So you have to be working. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Great to see you guys here. But my wife is on asylum seeker, but she hasn't go for the face-to-face interview in Liverpool. We don't know if she's going to be called for the interview. It might be very difficult for now due to the COVID-19. It might be a bit difficult, for them to attend to any interview at the moment. Even for those who are coming on naturalization, I have to force them to do the appointment without even consulting clients. Those who want to become UK citizens, I end up booking the appointment myself for them. My 13-year-old daughter was refused visa on ground of sole parental responsibility, and also why can't my mother take care of her back home? I'm appealing now, and what are my chances? Now, Stephanie, in that kind of scenario, you did not show the reason why you are bringing that child into the country on sole parental responsibility, and that is why you are in court. Most cases that one parent is in the UK and the other parent's whereabout possibly unknown or is back home, they are more likely to refuse you at the beginning of the application. But with the court hearing, you are going to win it. I'm a specialist in sole parental responsibility. So you have to show the reason why your mother cannot continue. Age is not a barrier. So you have to look for something different entirely. Perhaps you are looking at her health. Perhaps you want to say that she's an old age mother. But if your mother is one of those that are within my age, she's not going to pass. You are not going to pass that. There's going to be turbulent. So you need to be wary of it. If your mother is just young, that is going to be turbulent. So if you demonstrate very well, you show evidence of maintenance, evidence of contact, evidence that you have traveled to see your child and you are a UK citizen or you are on a permanent residence, then get a letter from your mother or for somebody else, and you have to show who you have been sending money to. And you have to show the cordial relationship between you. How many times do you see your child? Do you speak to your child every day? How many times every day? Once a day is not enough when the mother is here and the child is back home. One a day phone call once a day is not enough. So you might struggle. You need to look at your communication aspect. You need to look at interaction between you and your child. You need to look at your responsibility. Do you have that control, or is it your mother or the person that take care of that child that has that control? It is very important that you look into that. You understand? So you have to take, possibly before you go for the appeal, for the full hearing. I think if you know me, I think you should come to me and come and take some advice. I don't have to represent you if you have your lawyer, but please come and take some advice from me, because I'm a specialist in that area, so parental responsibility. And touch wood, I have never lost a case on sole parental responsibility, because I know exactly what the mind of the Secretary of State is seeking. So it's easy for me to play inside it, and I'm saying it in the public. So you need to take proper advice, you understand, before you proceed. Otherwise, you might lose some money by going to court. Yeah, I think that's about that. I think that's about that. So in a way, when you are making application, you are making application because there has to be some one reason or the other why the child is coming in. Ma, I work but don't turn up to 18,000. So I'm asking if I can make up with my savings. If you are going to, it depends on how much you earn. You understand? It depends on how much your earning is. If you earn perhaps, I don't know on top of my head, but it depends, because they have to calculate it. Yeah, thank you, dear. They have to calculate it, calculation. So you can put it together. If I were you, before you do that application, go and take another part-time job to make it up. Savings might cost you, because when you are using savings, the ECO does not know how to calculate it properly. When it comes to calculation of savings and the income, you need a specialist that has worked. Government also use those who have worked in the Treasury Department before they move them to the Home Office. That's the people that they use. And when it comes to calculation of it in court, I have to sit down as well and go through my mathematical skill before calculation can go through. So if I were you, don't waste money on relying on savings. Perhaps you may want to take a part-time job for 6 months in the period that you want to do that. If you can't manage to increase your salary, go and take a part-time job before you start the application. If not, you are more likely to lose that thing because of savings calculation, because most of them don't know how to calculate, and that can cost you. That's just my token advice. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is great privilege to see all of you on board at this arena, and this is how I will be coming on YouTube most times to come and do my program, because I realize that a lot of people are still on YouTube and they are being caught out when I spend time on Facebook all the time. The reason why I spend time on Facebook is because I have almost 50,000 followers on Facebook. I have almost 50,000, if not more than that, and I have over 30,000 likes on Facebook. So that's the reason why. Morning, my dear. Morning, everyone. Morning. Good to see you as well. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. You are specialists of YouTube, isn't it? It's good to see you guys. Good to see you. I know you guys are specialists on this YouTube. I have YouTube, but my followers on YouTube is about 3,000 plus. You've been watching me for years. Thank you. Thank you. Maneti Agape, how are you? Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I concentrate mostly on Facebook, but I realize that Facebook can be very distracting. Thanks for the dedication. God bless you. Thank you. But Facebook is my biggest handler on a network, on social media. Facebook handles almost 50,000 followers for me. So it's my biggest handler, and it's my biggest site for my customers, my clients. My clients comes through Facebook big time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So is there another question before I leave? But like I said to Stephanie earlier on, I'm a specialist in that area, and I'm confident without even being arrogant. So even if you have your lawyer, come and take advice, and then we take it on from there. Mr. Ogunyawu Kayode, how are you? Good morning. Yes. I like to recognize you guys so that you can tell your friends to come and follow me on YouTube. I have over 3,000 there, but I like to increase it very well, deeply. You are the specialist, I know. Because I've taken so many cases to court on sole parental responsibility. And let me tell you, I have not lost one. Touch wood. Touch wood. Because when you know it, you know it. Thank you, dear. Thank you. When you know it, you know it. And when you don't know it, you don't know it. And most cases, Fatima, good morning, equity. Most times as a lawyer, I read a lot. I read a lot and I research a lot. So I try not to follow anybody. I try not to use the style other lawyers are using to update on social media. I try not to use that. I use a different system entirely to update on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. I use a different style entirely, which a lot of people really appreciate. And that's the only way I put my face out clearly so that you will see me who is talking to you, instead of using somebody else's photograph to deceive people. When I'm a black woman, why would I use a white woman's picture to talk? That is an insult to my pedigree. It's an insult to my pedigree. So I'd rather use my face clearly and let the world hear me out and know who is speaking than using somebody else's pictures to talk and pretend my voice and using a voice changer. I don't use voice changer. You take it as it is. I'm too blunt to use voice changer. Academically, I am too blunt. Morally, I'm too blunt. So there's no way I can use voice changer and use a white woman's picture and talk underneath. No, I can't do that. Please, after the 5-year spouse visa, can someone apply for the red passport immediately? Nope. No. Everyone must have indefinite leave to remain. You must have a permanent residence before you can go into British passport. British passport is the last scenario, last stage. Everyone must go through indefinite. So if you have 5 years, you have 2.5 years, and 2.5 years. At the end of that, before 28 days, before that one runs out, you must apply for your indefinite leave to remain as a spouse, and you must still meet all the requirements. So when you are going for spouse visa, you must still be with your husband or your wife. If you're not with your husband or with your wife, you're more likely to lose out. You're more likely. So I will implore you that you must still carry on as usual, as husband and wife, until you finish up everything. Any luck, I was refused a spouse visa because I overstayed my visa. So where are you now? Where are you? Are you in the country? Because it depends on where you are. Where are you? That's the question I'm going to ask you. Where are you? Because if you are out of the country and you've refused, something must have gone wrong and you didn't use a lawyer, and it must be the reason why you were refused. Hello. Good morning, dear. Good morning. Yes, I did, but I'm actually using that. What dates do you want me to give you? Because I'm actually on a program now. I'm on a YouTube chat now, and I don't want to pronounce your name, but I'm on a YouTube chat now. I'm going to slot you in for Wednesday tomorrow, yeah? And I'll slot you in for 5 p.m. Yeah? Okay, dear. Okay, yes. Thank you. So that is the situation. You understand? That is the situation. Um, if you have overstayed before you left United Kingdom, they might want to use it against you. You understand? They might want to use that against you. But having said that, did you take a lawyer? Did you use a lawyer? If you don't use a lawyer to assist you, spouse visa can be very tricky. You know, this is something that you need to really understand. Spouse visa can be very, very tricky. So you definitely need a lawyer to assist you. If you don't use a lawyer to assist you, that can cost you. You know, it can be an issue. So I will advise you, if you want me to read it for you, then arrange your appointment in the office. I'm on 0208 309 8808. You know, please, a mistake on second name on Nigerian passport. Gloria was imputed instead of Glory. Would this be a problem when applying for a visa? Yes. So you have to go and do you have to go and do a sworn affidavit to say that it was a mistake, it was an error. If the date of birth are okay and there's no problem with the date of birth, I guess you will be all right by doing sworn affidavit and say that you are the same person, it was an error, you know, or you take it back to the government of the country that issued it wrongly. In the UK, A can cost you. If you mistakenly put A in a name that hasn't got A, it will cost you to lose your passport. They will not give you your passport. No, everything must be the same. So Glory and Gloria is quite large. It's a two different person. If you look at it, there are two different names. They are not the same name. Glory and Gloria. So you will need to, go back to the government that issued that passport to amend the errors, Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's great to see you on YouTube, LTO. Thank you. So after the indefinite visa, how long does an individual have to wait to get the red book? If you have not overstayed your status before you were granted, it's a year after. If you came in on a spouse visa and everything is going smoothly for you and you have not overstayed, it's a year after. A year after your indefinite leave to remain, but you must be permanent in the UK to get British passport. You must be permanent in the United Kingdom. That's just it. You must be permanent in the United Kingdom. So you have to look at it from that angle. You must be permanent in the United Kingdom. Please, is it advisable for my wife to use legal aid solicitor for the 7-year rule when my son clocks 7 in few months' time? But 101%, I'm coming to you after they were sorted out. I don't know if she's been with asylum people for a long time or she's using... if she has been with them, I think if she's been with them, I think they will call for the fee waiver. I think basically they have to apply for fee waiver for her. You understand? They will apply for fee waiver for her. The only thing is that if that lawyer is not a specialist on 7 years rule, your wife is doomed. Yeah, if he or she is not a specialist in that area, then there can be a big argument because a lot of people get it wrong, But yes, of course, you can use the legal 18 for now. Is appeal better than making a new application for the sole parental responsibility? Stephanie, let me give advice. Try to see if you can book appointment for consultation and let me read the reason for refusal. Book appointment for consultation and let me read the reason why you were refused. Because if you book appointment for consultation and I manage to read the reason for refusal, then I can guarantee you what is likely to happen. One, we have to look at the cost. Yeah, you look at the cost. Is it cheaper to reapply or expensive to continue? So you have to look at it from that angle. Is it cheap to reapply or expensive to reapply, or costly to go through the appeal? So you have to look at the pros and cons. Understand? You look at it. Is appeal better than making a new application? It depends. Usually, I like to fight a case to the end, so I will not tell my client to pull out of the appeal. I will tell my client to pursue the appeal. But if I think that the appeal is nonsense and is dirty, that it's not going to go far, then I will possibly tell them um, to make a new application. I'm on a video chat at the moment. What's happening? Are you guys here? Okay, wait. I can see you through my camera from distance. Wait. Let me round up from here. So that's, yeah. Because I have to control the numbers of people that come to the office, I have to control them. And see how much is the fee for indefinite visa. I heard it was around, no, indefinite is 2,239. No, it's not 3,000. If you are inside the country, it's 2,339 for indefinite. A blessed, wonderful, the LTO. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you. Love the great work. May the Lord bless you richly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I've been trying to use Facebook and YouTube together, but it's so difficult because I have large followers on Facebook. So that's why. But I want to start giving YouTube more chance, And besides, I want to make sure that nobody monetize my page and monetize my video anymore. Because when I talk on Facebook, a lot of people pick it up and then they monetize it. And it's not fair on me as well. I used the Windrush scheme to obtain my indefinite leave to remain last month. How soon can I apply for my British passport? How do you mean that you use the Windrush? How old are you? You must be an elderly person. You must be. For you to entitle to come under Windrush, it basically means that you've been in the UK within the period the Home Office mentioned. 75 years old. Oh my God. Okay. Entitlement. Yeah, entitled. I think you should be able to go in straight away next year, a year after you got it. I think you should be able to, because Windrush means that you've been entitled to get that indefinitely British passport for a very long time and you've been denied to get it. 75 years old, great privilege, ma'am. Privilege to have you on my YouTube. Privilege. I can apply for the fee waiver, of course. Definitely. I can apply for fee waiver. For those who just came in and asked me a question, this is an application on mother and what is it called? Yeah, because I have to protect the faces. Even the daughter is as big as the mom. I have to protect them, both of them pictures. That is on the 7 years rule. It's on a 7-year rule. So of course, yeah. Thank you. So I'll be using YouTube then, since you guys are here. Okay, if you guys are here, I'll be here with you as well. I want to update every day on YouTube now, so watch out. Just subscribe and have your alert on. I will be updating on YouTube every day, which is what I've been trying to do since last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I've been trying to update on YouTube. Yeah, that's fine. We are here, LTO. Okay, those are my Facebook people, LTO people. You arrived in 1964 but went back to Nigeria and came back in 2018 when I heard about the Windrush. You were lucky to have got it, because you left already. Yeah, you left already. So it depends on how you manage to get it. That is very interesting, ma'am. That is very interesting. Can a married couple with joint parental responsibility go for the 7 years route? They are more likely to be refused. 7 years route is focusing on single parenting, section 117B6 of the Immigration Act 2002. So 7 years rule is focusing on genuine parental responsibility. For both parents, there is evidence that they are more likely to be refused. But if both parents go on British passport, you have strong chance. You stand a better chance on British passport. So I will say it categorically, yeah. Hello? Yeah. Yes, you can. I'm actually on the live chat now. That's the thing, and I cannot scream the reception desk now. Do you want to call me back another 20 minutes? Thank you. I cannot scream over the reception desk now because I'm not in a large one stroll office. I'm in different offices. So the office for the receptionist are in different room entirely, and I'm in my own different room. So it's a bit difficult to talk over. You understand? But the good news here is that yes.
Call diversion is cancelled.
So the good news is that yes, for the question that you asked me, whenever you guys are ready, I'm on 0208-309-8808. If someone is on 2.5 years for 10 years route, can someone apply for 5 years straight? If someone is, yay, you guys have arrived here. I've seen you. Great to see you. I'm happy to see you. If someone is on 2.5 years for 10 years route, can someone apply for 5 years straight instead of 2.5? No. The only thing you can do is that after the first 2.5 years, you can change your application and come under 5 years route, which means that you are going to apply for 2.5 years twice instead of 3 times. But you have to show your salary scale. And can someone have dual citizenship, British and Nigerian passport? Is it legal? Of course, I'm holding British and Nigerian passport. Of course, it is right. Of course, I have British passport from my birth. I grew up in Nigeria, so I have Nigerian passport as a subordinate passport. Yeah, to support it. Yeah, and I've only got my Nigerian passport for the first time 5 years ago. It's not even up to 5 years. Yes. So yeah, of course you can have dual nationality, being Nigerian and being British. That's right. So a married couple with joint parental responsibility go for British passport with 7 years route. Is that what you are saying, man? No. A married couple, husband and wife, applying under 7 years route is more likely to be refused. The chance of success is very limited. I won't even put it on 50%. But if that child has obtained British passport, then there is evidence that she's going to go straight for both couples to go. I've applied for couples in the past successfully on a British passport, but under 7 years route, that the child only spent 7 years in the UK, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult. So I won't let you waste your money. So that is it for everybody. That is it for now. But I have to go now because of all the appointments are now hanging around. You can contact me in the office on 0208-309-8808. 0208-309-8808. My name has not changed. Loya Tokunbo Olagbaye. You can contact me in the office on 0208-309-8808. Many thanks for coming on my YouTube. Tell your friends and family to subscribe to my YouTube, Loya Tokunbo Olagbaye TV. Loya Tokunbo Olagbaye TV. Facebook is Loya Tokunbo Olagbaye TV. Here is also Loya Tokunbo Olagbaye TV. Okay, all right. Okay, WhatsApp me. Yeah, WhatsApp me. Thanks to all of you LTO people. Thank you for coming on this channel. I just tried to come and test it this morning again because I use it every day anyway. But I say let me do live to it today. So until next time, I'm on 0208-309-8808. Bye for now.